Landon's all ready to go today. Hey loves, it's Brianna. I'm here with my son Landon. And what are we doing today?
Making some nice food.
Making some nice food. This is gonna be a cook with me. I have an extremely easy one pan dinner. It takes about 30 to 35 minutes to make. And I'd like to thank the National Pork Board for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna be using 2 pounds of pork tenderloin and cooking that up. You ready to help me today? And I'll walk you through the entire recipe in a second, but I just wanted to let you know that pork is an excellent source of nutrients important to our health. When you think of pork, think of lean protein. Pork tenderloin, what I'm cooking today, contains 22 grams of protein and 122 calories per 3-ounce serving. Just make sure that you use a meat thermometer and cook your pork to 145 degrees. It'll be a light blush pink color, and that's the most delicious pork. But this pork tenderloin is one of the 2 cuts of pork that meet the American Heart Association's criteria for heart-healthy food. So that's another reason why I love this recipe. So if you'd like to incorporate pork into your healthy diet, you can visit pork.org/cooking to learn more. Before you start cooking, make sure you have your oven set to 450 degrees. And here I'm gonna get started just putting some olive oil on these green beans. Yeah, into your and Presley's diet, right? What you eat, the food you eat. Okay, here's where I'm gonna need your help. And we did wash our hands before this. I want you to sprinkle just a little bit of salt on the green beans, okay? Thank you. A little bit more. Do one more sprinkle. So just some salt and pepper on these green beans. You wanna put the pepper on? Mm-hmm. Another pinch of pepper. Very good. Mom is gonna shake this all up so that the olive oil and salt and pepper get all mixed around on the green beans. And I added tin foil to my tray. You don't have to do that step if you don't want to. I just think it makes cleaning up a little bit easier. And I'm just gonna use some cooking spray and just spray it on the top of this before we set all of our veggies and food onto this pan. Okay, Mommy's gonna dump this bowl of green beans. Spread these out a little bit. What we're gonna do next, do you wanna do the carrots or the potatoes next?
Potatoes.
The potatoes? Okay, here's what I'm gonna have you do. We're gonna cut the potatoes up first.
Can I help you?
I'm gonna cut, and what I'm gonna have you do, you see this bowl? As soon as I'm done cutting, you're gonna add the potatoes to this bowl, okay? And you just wanna slice the potatoes in half so that they can kind of go face down onto your tray and not slip around when you're moving it in and out of the oven. And another thing I love about this recipe is because it does incorporate so many healthy veggies. I try to follow the Mediterranean diet, which is lean proteins, which is why I love using pork in this.
Hey, Mommy.
And yeah?
Mommy, what's that?
What?
Is that a little macaroon cookie?
There might be another macaroon in there, but I think that one's for Daddy. Okay, can you help me and put all of those into that bowl?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get all those potatoes into the bowl. And then we'll do the other half.
No.
Presley wants a turn too.
Okay, I'm not going to put my hand by it.
Thank you. Okay, put those in there. Okay, good job. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Are you gonna sprinkle the salt and pepper on for me? Okay, do 2 pinches of salt, please. Very good. And do 1 more. Very good. And then a pinch of pepper. Good job. Another one. Cool. We're gonna shake these up. And then I need your help. We need to spread them on both sides of the green beans. So you put them on this side. I'm gonna move our pork out of the way, our pork tenderloin. You put the potatoes on this side and I'll put the potatoes on the other side, okay? No, you with your fingers. And I want you to put them flat down, okay? So the flat side down. Put them all over, spread them all out, okay? The flat side down, please. Do you see what I'm saying? This way, look. Flat side down. Yes. Good, there you go, you're getting it.
They look like little Easter eggs.
Because the purple and yellow and red.
Very good. If you haven't figured it out, Adam is filming today's video Thanks, babe.
And what we're going to do is the carrots.
You're gonna do the same olive oil and salt and pepper. So here, help me get some olive oil on these carrots. Very good. And then salt or pepper first. You got it down. He's such a little good helper when it comes to cooking. There you go. But I love this recipe not only because it's one pan and super simple, because my little helper can help me. Using pork is just such a great way to incorporate a lot of protein.
Mommy,
What?
that thing is too hot.
Okay, you're not supposed to eat it, honey. Oh my gosh. Did you just have a mouthful of pepper?
And too spicy.
Yeah,
Too
pepper by
spicy.
itself can be really, really spicy.
Mommy,
Are you okay? Do you want something to drink?
I don't think we should have pepper on it.
Okay, well, we'll just mix all this around. All right, when it's spread out, it's not as bad, okay?
Why are we putting the salt and pepper on this?
I'll show you. We're gonna put a little bit on the meat, but here we need to put the carrots. We need to spread them out in between the potatoes. Okay? So help me spread these out. What, honey? Oh, you're watching Boss Baby?
Yeah.
Great. In between, you have to put them actually on the foil, okay? In between the potatoes.
And the finger potatoes.
Yeah.
I am. See?
Okay, good job. And this is about half a bag of baby carrots, by the way, in case you're wondering quantities. It was a pound of green beans, a bag of the small roasting potatoes, and then half a bag of baby carrots. And you use about a tablespoon of olive oil and season with salt and pepper for all of the veggies when you put them on the tray. And you want the green beans to be down the center of your tray. You'll see why next. This is gonna be a mommy only job, okay? But I'm gonna be putting the pork tenderloin on the green beans. So you wanna make sure all of those green beans are in the center of your tray because the pork tenderloin is gonna cook on the top of it. I got a 2-pound cut. All right. Mommy is gonna set these on top of the green beans.
What are we going to put on them?
I'm gonna show you. All right,
Hello?
Mommy's gonna wash her hand and then we're gonna be right back. You're good because you didn't touch it.
Yeah.
So next, I got some hoisin sauce, and this is sort of a Asian, it's a barbecue sauce, but it's really, really complimentary to the pork, and I'm just gonna use a brush. I can probably make this even go a little faster, just kind of drizzle it on, but use the brush to completely coat the top of the pork tenderloin. I'll show you in a second, honey.
Okay. Mommy, is that really spicy?
No, it's really yummy. It kind of tastes like a barbecue sauce, Landon. Sort of like an Asian style barbecue.
But make sure it doesn't get on the green beans.
If it does, it's just gonna make them taste even better. Okay, that is all brushed on. What I need you to do is help me put a little bit of salt and pepper over the top of the pork now. Just a little bit, okay? All over the top like this.
Okay, I will.
Just do a little bit. Very good. Now the pepper, okay?
Okay.
All over the top of the pork. Okay.
The pork.
There. One more. Good job, bud. You're such a good helper. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna clean up these bowls, and it is time to put our pork into the oven. Again, it's going to bake at 450 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. But at 30 minutes, I'm gonna pop in my pork meat thermometer and just make sure it's at 145 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the proper temperature that you wanna cook your pork at so that it's really juicy and tender. So I'll check back at 30 minutes, and if it needs a little bit longer, it will go on for about 35. The final thing we have to make is our chive herb butter, and this is going to be for on top of the pork tenderloin and all of those veggies when it gets done cooking. So do you want to put in the chopped garlic? There's a very heaping tablespoon of chopped garlic. I like a lot of garlic. It's just the flavor I really like. I'm Italian, so I feel like it always gets a little overdone in my dishes, but my family doesn't seem to mind. You want to pour that in? Pour the garlic into the butter, please. This, pour it into the butter. Good, get it all out of there. Very good.
What can we do now?
We're gonna stir it in a second, just after I'm gonna get a little bit of chives.
Mommy, I got the spoon.
Okay, I'm gonna chop up about 2 tablespoons worth of chives. All right, Mommy's gonna pour it in and then we're gonna mix it all up into the butter. Okay, this is just for Mommy, and then you get to stir it all, okay?
Okay.
Just because Mommy's using a knife to do it. Okay, your turn, you get to stir it all up, okay? I'll hold the bowl while you stir. Hey, can Mama help
Wait.
a little?
No.
Someone's getting into the pantry behind you.
No snacking before dinner. Stay here, Mommy's just gonna help just a little.
Done.
It looks so good. You did a great job. High five. No.
You don't eat the butter, you goof.
So it's gonna go on top of the veggies that we just put in the pan that are cooking in there, okay? And shout out to the most handsome cameraman on the planet.
Thanks, babe.
Time is up. It has been 30 minutes. So I'm gonna check and see if we are at that 145 degrees. So I've got my pork thermometer. And what you do, you want to put it in the center of the thickest part of the pork. All right, and the final part of this recipe is we're gonna add that chive garlic butter to the veggies and a little bit on top of the pork, and I'm gonna let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll cut it up and serve it. I'm just kind of using 2 spoons to sort of spoon it off on top of the veggies so that it melts onto them. And I'm using olive oil butter, by the way, just because our son Landon has an allergic reaction when he has regular butter. So that's always an option here too. If you don't want to use butter, you could use olive oil butter or a different kind of butter spread. Doesn't that look amazing? It looks so good. Again, I'm gonna let this sit for like 5 to 10 minutes and then slice it and serve it.
Yeah, that is popping here. It's going down here.
You haven't had your bow in a very long time.
No more, Mommy. No. There's a bottle filled over here.
Okay, that's fine.
Yum. Cheers.
I'm using that bottle.
Stop.
Shut up. No.
God is
Good.
good. Let
Let's
us
take him for our will. Amen.
praise God.
Amen.
Not crazy.
Oh, and after
Stop.
who's gonna have a bite first?
Me. I want first. It's my fork.
Yep, that's your fork. You can
That
use
is
that
yours.
one. Are you trading? Oh, so hers can match? Here, brother gave you the one that matches your...
I have a yellow cup and a white napkin and a fill and a dark fill plate and a white fill fork.
That recipe is going to be put in rotation because it is not only super easy, it tasted amazing. I hope that you guys love it too. If you end up trying it, please come back and let me know in the comments if you liked it. And thank you again to the National Pork Board for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves.